the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas face the golden sun and ripping for the 3 stars. Look at us to the top, no ifs, no buts, winning any game para to sa PINAS. Di mo matitinag aming boses sa new level. Nasa kalye man o mobile, you know I become a legend. Open fire, we unite, we winners. Built with pressure, the diamonds are made of. Switch na lane na parang gera, HP racing may reseta. Built na kitang buhat ni Hilda, full load SS parang Laila. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi ko atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi ko atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Hold on, yeah. Malakas ang Pinas. We are lacking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve. Lacking every beat, no surrender, no retreat. Giving 100 all my own, cause we just cannot be defeated. We are unstoppable, immune and invulnerable. Ready ang equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow, east to the southeast. Takas sa watawat, proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi ko atras, kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi ko atras, kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Wow! Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas face the golden sun and repping for the 3 stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, we the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
The 15th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the MPL official gaming phone. Lakas sa laro with Infinix. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines. Our partner in esports, Time Zone. Join the fun at Time Zone. TT Racing, for those who dream, work, and play. TT Racing has your back. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the Lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 15 action live at Green Sun Hotel. Grab your tickets now via official MPLPH website. All the regular season tickets are now available at 200 pesos. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.
ang lakas ng Pinas.
15 seasons na tayo ang namumuno sa mundo ng MLBB.
7 taon, 5 World Championship. New Era, World Domination.
Ito ang dala ng ating kampyon, ang tunay na lakas ng Pinas.
Welcome to MPL Philippines Season 15!
After yet another dominant season and just year for the Philippines, and now after a historic World Championship win, we are here. It's a new season, a new journey, and perhaps even a new era. What is up, guys? I'm Nice Dude, joined here on the desk once again. It's 3 of us. It's the Wee Bear Bros. It's Leo and Renmar. Gentlemen, how we doing?
I am excited more now than ever. As you mentioned, it's the dawn of a new era, and boy, oh boy, what a blessing it is to be at your service from the front lines.
It is good to be back. I am off that couch and finally back on this desk, and it's great to share the opener of Season 15 with you, gentlemen.
It is, again, it is going to be interesting because we have a lot of mix. I mean, we saw a little bit of a preview, but for a lot of our viewers out there, especially here on the international stream, we're gonna have to kind of educate them a little bit because there are some, let's say, new rivalries that might pop up, some old rivalries that might kind of renew here as well, because there's a whole lot of history, man. There's like 7 years of history here.
Not to mention new faces.
Yes.
And of course, new colors. 2 new franchises in MPL Philippines. When was the last time you saw 2 big names enter our league?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the peak of new era storytelling in MPL Philippines Season 14, but here comes Season 15, again with the new orgs, returning faces. As you mentioned, a lot of the old stories we were used to are going to be told in a different light.
They are, but before we get to the action, of course, we have to thank our amazing sponsors for the season here. So you can play like a pro with the Infinix GT20 Pro, the MPL official gaming phone.
Grab yours now and use the voucher code INFINIMPL. That's INFI MPL to get up to 1,000 pesos off and get exclusive freebies.
A whole lot there, again, that you guys can grab for us, and we've got more of our sponsors to go through today. We've got plenty of time here, about 24 minutes before we actually get to this matchup. But that's the thing. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting to see exactly what does happen here, especially with a new org, I guess you could say, at least here for the MPL Philippines. But also, again, we want to go ahead and give a shout out to Smart, because you need a pro level speed for your gaming, because make the smart switch and stay ahead of the game.
Get your Smart eSIM today for only 99 pesos and experience ultra fast 5G connectivity on any device. No SIM swapping needed.
It is available now at Smart Stores nationwide or online via the Smart Online Store.
And again, big shout out to our sponsors to help us kick off this amazing season ahead of us. Whole lot here. And once again, for our audience out here, they are prepped and ready, I feel like this. They were cheering on for our opening again. Good to see some of these highlighted players, if you will, throughout our history here for the MPL Philippines. And I think, you know, for a lot of them, sometimes when they have that favorite player, for example, to cheer for, I mean, we still got the traditional UA screams out here because we got Rora playing against Twisted Minds to kick us off.
Yeah, and again, this is what we were talking.
They are bringing to it, but maybe the Aurora is part of the answer too, to kind of go ahead and work on catching Kelra, because I feel like that was, you know, some of the difficulty they had. Or maybe it's also just a good answer just in case they get caught by a clause, for example, or they get kicked. They can force that fight by just locking them down with the Aurora kit.
Yeah, no, I totally see that happening, and I agree. I think that's what they were looking for when they picked up the Aurora. The Varus, I think, is going to be the biggest question here because this is very timing-based. This lineup puts a lot of pressure on the 3 players all together, the Matilda, the Alpha, and the Varus together. They need to weave in and out of the well.
See if they can weave it, make it work, take it to a game 3. That'd be something that a lot of people might not expect from TNC. Can they make it happen here in game number 2 against Onyx Philippines? And again, even with the setup, you know, it's funny how we were just talking about the Alpha, and now he comes through for Zyda here. This matchup too, the Alpha versus the Suyo, he's gonna have to make it work, but at least in this way, they have a ton of utility this time for TNC to go ahead and play around with, other than just the diversion.
Which I think is something we've failed to mention. The damage profile on TNC is so odd. If Kozen's not ready,
yeah,
who's dealing the damage?
Yeah, Yawi on the Matilda maybe, and you know, like at that point, that's a good question to ask here on how they approach the game, especially in the early game. Because of the fact, too, if Kozen ends up getting behind against this matchup, the Granger versus the Harith, he's going to have some trouble, and he's really going to have to rely on Yawi to help him out, probably.
Yeah, again, a lot of pressure on the ones that we mentioned. Lansing really needs to be hitting those glaciers. And most importantly, the closest thing they have to the potential, where's the damage coming from, the answer to it is it's Zyda. It has to be that Alpha. But then the Alpha will have to put himself in such dangerous situations with a Sicilian that you won't be able to reach, a Granger you can't reach. Okay, let's take out the gold laner first. But just up against the other 4 heroes on the side of Onyx, that's a tough dance to dance for an Alpha.
Even against Kirk, who has like 1 or 2 items, and once he presses the Primal Wrath, Alpha might even have to say, guiding winds, guiding winds!
Yeah, it's like, Zyda might actually have to hold on to his Spear of Alpha, so he just has an option to out if in case he needs it.
Oh, look how fast his turtle's going here.
Ooh.
They actually contest.
TNC taking it clean. Zyda scores, looking to punish one. Super Prince bites it.
Good play. They get a turtle. They get a kill to go ahead and work around.
Oh.
King Kong just finding else on the map.
Yeah, he stole the orange buff, so that's a trade they decided to go for. They know that they lose against the level 4 of the Barretts in the first objective, so they decided, you know what, let's just get vision here. They were able to spot out Super Prince, took him down, but they lost their orange buff, and that's where the deficit gets balanced out.
That is advanced thinking by the beast, the Sigma King. He's done this like what?
Yeah.
Dozens of times, hundreds of times. Like this is the signature response for Onyx when they don't have an initiative.
And this is what I was saying in the previous game. You know, every time they seems like they're going to lose, mostly an objective, they're finding something elsewhere across the map, and that's why that macro play style from Onyx Philippines has been so prevalent for a lot of the competitions they've been in. A lot of teams that have been studying them is, you know, replicating that movement from them. So it does look like they are the ones going with the troubleshooting here. So a couple minutes hopefully, and we're back into the game. But I would say, you know, even for TNC at least, this way, with this kind of lineup, you can actually play pretty well with the fact that you have a Matilda, right? But I'm wondering, because when was the last time maybe we saw Yawi play a Matilda? I know at least, is this one of his picks that he can actually have that playstyle with? Or is it more just, I'm going to be that utility guy, I'm going to get my people out of the sticky situations and work from there?
Forever. It's been about forever since we saw
Forever,
Yawi on Matilda.
A few games here and there in Indonesia from time to time. Back when he was, I think his name was, at that time, King Gugun. I remember I liked their combo when it was a Matilda Barretts that they pulled off. There would be times also when Iran would be playing the Barretts in the EXP. Actually, no, wait. Is Yawi just playing some of Aura and Liquid's greatest hits? That's just a thought that struck me right now. It's like, because we were thinking like, oh, it's very unencoded, right? Sort of like TLID Arki Hoshi.
This ain't working. Let's run it back.
Yeah, now I'm just feeling like, is this TLID in the Philippines? What's going on?
But again, you're taking something that worked prior and then running it back. There's a reason why things are great in their context.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good idea. Well, so far it is, right? So far, they scored a turtle, they drew first blood.
Yeah.
Who am I to say it's a bad idea?
The only thing that is a bad idea for TNC in this one, I feel like, or one of the big bad ideas, is letting the game get too long. Because you got a Sicilian, man. Like, you got that, but also if Kelra just does what he did last time.
You got double stacking heroes as cores. Punish them.
Yeah.
That's one way to win, yes.
Hopefully they're able to go ahead and execute that. We'll see. It looks like they're ready, nearly ready to jump back. There it is. There's the signal.
Sant, do it, Sant!
There it is. Man, his form has really been refined since last season.
Bit of hesitation there at the beginning, though. He was second-guessing himself if it was time to go, but I'm glad he still got it down.
Okay, jumping back into the game again. If you're just joining us, that first turtle and first blood secured and taken by TNC. And, you know, not only do the fact that they have this tons of utility with the Matilda pick, but they also are still able to go ahead and run with the 2 Purifies to help them with, you know, some of the CC that's going to be thrown at them with Onyx Philippines' lineup. They're rotating around.
All right, that's a little underscore. Lord JM misses. The Dennis Welcome finds a missile expert, though. King Kong is going to go down. Zyda gets the kill. And there's nothing on the board for Onyx just yet. Ooh. I was going to say, isn't it ridiculous that the team who is facing against the CC of TNC, or this lineup, doesn't have Purify? Look at Onyx. No respect to the CC.
This is what I call athleticism, man. Like, athletic flickers.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd win.
Yeah, that's like pure reaction. I think there's a window of time where you can react to flickering away from the ultimate of the Aurora, similarly to the Barretts, although I think the Barretts would be a little bit harder to pull off.
Spear of Alpha.
Yeah, Spear of Alpha is their biggest problem, though. That's the one, like, if you're stuck in there, you're stuck. You cannot get out of it.
There's a lot of CC that I'm just thinking maybe Onyx could have respected a little more. But who am I to say? These are world champions, right? I'm just a dude staring at a screen screaming.
You're just a guy. At this point, though, too. Already early poke. This is what we expect, though, especially with the Sicilian. And it's only going to get worse as the game goes on. But TNC is in a position to go ahead and try to just secure this second turtle. They might be able to just go ahead and grab it by zoning off Onyx, and it looks like that's going to happen. But look at this, too. As Zyda secures that, there's a wave cut up top. Kirk might have to get back. There's going to be a quick response.
First time it happened, King Kong stole an orange. Now he was forced to stay on his side of the map. So, yeah, deep cut by Kirk, but TNC can respond to it just as quickly. What's crazy is what gasps me, all right, is the fact that the gold lead ain't that big. How is how is Onyx keeping it tight like this?
How many times have we asked this question about Onyx? Again, they just get resources somehow from minion waves, those little compounding steals of the jungle creeps, whether it's the lizards or the golems. That's just it.
And they're taking the first turret of the game.
They get that turret just like that, too.
What?
Again, it was all a timing thing there. You know, Kozin does get a Starlium Scythe here. They want to go ahead and trade. They're going to take this tier 1 on the bottom side. But that's the thing. It is a good thing to kind of keep attention to for Onyx Philippines. Even though it might look like, yeah, objectively they're losing this or they're losing that turtle, but they're still able to keep things even in terms of economy. And all the while, like we said, Super France is just going to be stacking up, doing his thing on the Sicilian.
Despite the Barretts also showing how much damage it would take, good emblem adjustments by Onyx Philippines. They actually are packing Ruptures on Super France and Kelra, so that's mainly really just to answer the Barretts. Other than that, TNC, at some point they're going to have to translate them winning objectives into more objectives. Get turrets down. Right now, the minion waves are strangely enough, getting manipulated by Onyx PH. TNC have only traded the sides, but you'd think at some point they'd be able to get the mid lane if they play their cards right in this third turtle or on the first lord.
Kirk spotted by 2. Zaman Force committed here by Kozin. Primal Rat by Kurt. Blasting away. In comes Super Prince. Popped the ult as well. No one hit by the Frigid Glacier. Brusco backs off. The respect to the firepower of Onyx PH. Still, TNC happy with their kill.
Happy with their kill, but they might look for more Brusco. Oh, not going to land the kick he was looking for in that angle. So that's 3 for 3 for Turtles for TNC here.
Wow, a great play right now by TNC. See, okay, one of the questions answered as to why Onyx have minimized the gap in the gold is that every time a sequence is about to happen around an objective, King Kong is somewhere else and he's farming, either clearing minion waves or stealing the jungles, as we mentioned. Now, TNC, we got what we asked for earlier. Convert a turtle, a win, a fight into an objective. They got the turret down, the second one in the bottom lane. So now TNC can be poised to, in this next Lord, I want to see them commit a 4-1 split, typically to how Onyx do it. Try to get that mid lane tower down, threaten the lower portion of the map, while you just play around the objective, try to bait out abilities, and then that's when Lord JM goes with the late usage of the Detonus Welcome.
This is very Filipino. Approaching the 8-minute mark and there's only 3 kills.
Yep.
It's very Filipino.
Bro, we are so back.
We're so back. You know what? But the thing that stands out here, too, is two big items being picked up for Onyx Philippines. That was the Sky Piercer last picked up for Kelra, and then the glowing one now for Super Prince. And that's going to help with some of that sustainability because, as I say it, there's the total healing done right now from the lineup for TNC. So, you know, if they take a couple shots from Super Prince, that's going to help, you know, bring that down a little bit. And that's why I'm saying TNC, it's great they have this control in this portion of the game, but hopefully they can continue on, get this Lord, and then transition to actually marching towards Onyx Philippines' base.
Look at King Kong escorting a chubby wave up top. I mean, if they knew exactly where Zyda was, maybe he would have committed, but they're taking it slow. They're working on the safe lane here that's closer to the Lord. So Onyx might be thinking a contest.
With how TNC right now are formed up in the map. Okay, so they are doing what we said that they should, but what they gave up was actually control around the objective. Now Onyx are holding the priority shrubs for this Lord. They're forcing counter to react bottom. Oh! They caught Prince!
Oh, the jump in by TNC, and they're looking to find a vengeance kill onto Lord JM. Not gonna happen as TNC collapse onto this Lord at half health now. Yaoi pushing back the rest of Onyx Philippines, and that's the Phoenix Army scoring a major objective.
There you go, TNC. Lord JM's been on point. I mean, utilizing the flicker with the Daytona's welcome to find those key pickoffs.
Feed him more.
Wow, I'm so glad that actually Lord JM got that because that's the opener they needed. Again, Onyx PH had the positional advantage, but whether it was Lord JM's call or TNC's call, let's just say it's a TNC call, to commit the flicker detonus welcome to catch Super Prince, it showed. Onyx PH were so hesitant to even show themselves because even though the detonus welcome was gone, one of their biggest deterrents, their biggest tools in the team fight, the Sicilian was taken out.
Was taken out, and you know, at this point they'll go ahead and just try to clear things up, hold things together the best they can, just try to secure these buffs as well, but they're gonna have to deal with the Lord eventually. And so right now TNC playing in their favor, playing in the momentum. They want to go ahead and march down at least the mid lane, get some of these shields popped if they can. Mid lane, adding wind, certainly Eagle used, but they get that turret down, still trying to march in with this Lord. Goal is right now just those shields, honestly, for TNC at this point.
Holy Shields, I'd say, are minor objectives. Again, a confirmed wave clear. And talking about wave clear, look how Kirk just commits the Primal Wrath. We need to get rid of this Lord ASAP.
Called there by Onyx PH. This will help them out in the defense. Poke damage not quite there just yet for Onyx Philippines.
Holy Shields up top!
So TNC Pro Team will be controlling
They got one.
the tempo. Yeah, that's one.
There's about a minute and a half that they could use it.
They got two.
Oh yeah, they
just one.
They got the bottom one, right?
The bottom one.
Bottom pop.
Yeah, bottom pop.
Okay, well, TNC, this is great for them still because they're continuing to build up on the lead that they have. But I'm just wondering, right, at some point, will this turn in favor of Onyx Philippines because if they just buy themselves, some time even into the next Lord or past that, we always know whenever a Sicilian is on a team, I mean, we saw this even back in M6, man, the amount of defenses based around this hero alone, the Sicilian, can win games.
They're taking time bomb.
There's the stacks right there.
So it's at 169, 170 something now.
Yeah.
Again, the double stack hero is currently, you know, biting Onyx in the behind.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. Usually the main goal for Sicilians is to reach 210 or 211.
Yeah.
He'll be able to get there maybe at around 13 minutes. It won't take that long. But one of the main conditions also is that Super Prince needs to be on his third item. Once he's locked his third major item in, that's when TNC is going to start feeling, okay, this Sicilian is a problem. But up until that point, TNC will be in control comfortably as long as they don't mess something up.
And this is why still the amount of utility that TNC's lineup gives them is such an advantage. And it's funny because I was thinking when the game started, you know, for Lord JM that he would rely heavily on Guiding Wind to set things up, but he hasn't really needed it. He's just flickered a lot of them. So the fight for this Lord is going to break out. I'm wondering, will Onyx Philippines be able to contest this?
Ain't no dance here as TNC is fully committed. Oh! In comes another Detonus welcome with a flicker. Cancelled though, Lord JM still standing, but just barely. Summon force sent in by Kozen. Lancey very low. Kirk taken down by Zyda in the back line. and this does delay the Lord
Brusco?
take, but they do bite one. No way, the Dragon by Brusco. Kick in, Lord JM in, but not gonna end the job. Zaida survives, no one taken by Onyx, clean for TNC.
We talked about pressure onto Lord JM, Yawi, and Zaida to make the core of this lineup work. Screw pressure, they are making this work. Lord JM's decision making to enter, Yawi being able to time the guiding winds to supplement the shields. He saved Zaida in that scenario, and Zaida is still deathless at 3-0 and 1.
I can't believe, even with a Sea Halberd, a glowing wand over here from Onyx Philippines, the sustainability, the healing was just too much for TNC to go ahead and just win those fights. We're going to take a look at the replay here in just a second as they get ready to march in. And this fight was great. Even the Zaman force enough to help zone out a little bit. There's the kick from Brusco. And then a look at that. Again, utilizing the utility and heals that TNC has with this lineup.
Yeah, the raw sustain right now of the Barretts and Matilda together are holding down the front line of TNC Pro Team. And at the same time, Lancey has been on point with his follow-ups, dishing the crowd control that he needs to dish. What we talked about earlier in terms of Brusco's entries getting just checked by the Aurora, that's been happening. And it's not just actually Brusco's entries, it's Onyx, it's their entire entry that's getting dealt with.
It's not giving, is what the kids would say.
Yeah, it's not giving.
Feigned circling eagle there by Yawi, forcing response from Onyx. Tier 3 taken down in mid. King Kong and the rest of Onyx just scrambling to protect what's left of their base. The Lord left standing. The rest of the waves, though, taken care of. Onyx lives another day.
Another update for Prince Watch. He just built up the Magic Lantern. Still going to be lacking in the damage department. They really need him on that third core item, and then that's when TNC is going to start feeling the pain. But will we even get there is the main question right now. Super Prince does have the most damage dealt, but once that number reaches like around 40k, that's when things have gone wrong for TNC.
Yeah. Oh, Lancey.
Oh, what?
Oh, drops in a Frigid Glacier. Kozin also commits his old Zaman Force underneath the tier 3, but Onyx ain't having any of it. Concealed play coming in, Brusco and Kirk. Frontliners for Onyx looking for some prey. Lets them go. TNC plays a conservative game, pressuring Onyx elsewhere.
That was really spicy, man. You know, from Lancey to go ahead and flicker forward for that. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to catch anyone from Onyx Philippines the way that he wanted to. But that is showcasing how confident TNC is feeling right now. You know, 6,000 gold ahead at this point. Mind you, when was the last time we saw Onyx Philippines without any kills up to this point in their previous winning games or even matches in general?
I can't remember. This is even if this is a very Filipino game, I can't remember the last time Onyx was up against the ropes like this.
If they egg Onyx, that's a statement. We said TNC winning a game is already going to be a statement. If they take a game from Onyx where an Onyx got no kills at all, no major objectives, no Lord, no Turtles, that's more than a statement. That's proof that you're ready for this season.
I would say they have finally served a dish. They've been cooking for a while, right?
Yeah.
If that happens here, again, it's not a series over just yet, but it would be great to get to a game number 3 in that sense for TNC.
If they end Onyx here after this Lord, it would be a spicy meatball. Lord down to 3/5 of its health. Brusco playing with range. King Kong and Kirk in the wings with Super Prince trying to get some stacks. Amazing wave management by TNC. They're denying these stacks from Super Prince, which makes this dance all the more interesting. Brusco finds one, kicks Lord JM. They're gonna blast the dinosaur. He adds the Frigid Glacier. The Spear of Alpha taking down Brusco. He goes one man down from Onyx. TNC happy with that skirmish. They do send Lord JM back home.
Great Glacier there. Setting up, and again, it's been Brusco, and he's feeling that struggle on the throne now against this kind of lineup. That was a Divine Glaive also picked up now for Super Prince.
Third item.
It. They gotta wait for this though still, but this should be a Lord for TNC.
Yeah, with Romer gone, it's gonna be tough for them to contest, but the defense right now actually should be great for Onyx Philippines. TNC will get this without a problem. Divine Glaive on Prince. Kelra is fully built as this Granger. If TNC can pull off this siege at that moment, that's it. If Onyx defends, that's going to be a shaky time for the Phoenix Army.
All right, it's one thing to counter blessings, but do note this is an enhanced Lord that will be crashing through mid. TNC, I think the play that's coming up next would be a surgical push through each inhibitor left, and then they might go for another. But yeah, the clock is ticking.
Yeah, it definitely is, because right now you can see Onyx Philippines trying to scramble a little bit, you know, trying to cut some of the waves if they can, try to stall them out. But look at this heal, man, from Yawi with the Matilda. And this is why you guys mentioned in the draft, you're surprised Matilda was slept on for a little bit. Yawi, once again, leading the charge as this Lord comes into the mid lane.
Look at the damage on the Super Prince. That was just what a synchro vision from Kozen. Lord JM does not have a flicker, so Onyx will take care of that Lord, and the rest of the waves crashing through top and bottom.
They're going to lose their bottom tower, but they've defended this as well as they could. They're able to push back TNC at a crucial moment, and they keep one inhibitor turret standing.
Can they keep it actually here? Still, it looks like they are. They're doing their own charge up, you know, for Onyx Philippines. They know that time is technically still on their side the further they can bring this game, but right now they really haven't had an answer to TNC. Yeah. And even with that, you know, obviously it does get a little bit harder to get these stacks. He's at 290 now, working on that last item.
Yeah, that's good. One of the problem is Kozen's item build is fantastic. He went Bloodwing second to the last item, then Oracle as his final item, selling the boots. It's a barefoot Harith, but this will be a Harith that will just be packing shields non-stop paired up with a Matilda.
He chonky. Well, there is a Sea Halberd on Kelra, and there is the glowing wand on Cecilia on Super Prince. But yeah, no, I think Prince needs his Holy Crystal first, and then we can start talking.
Once he gets there, that's 100%. Yeah, TNC has to be so careful here. If this goes the classic TNC fashion of them in control of a game, then they slip right there at the end. That's just heartbreaking, man.
Big sads.
Big sads, yeah.
It will be, but it's almost, if it happens where Onyx Philippines is somehow able to turn this game around too, that's actually going to be quite the miracle with how far behind they've been.
Rogue wave in mid, what?
Rogue wave. It's pushing. Nah, it's going to be cleared.
Yeah, it's like one tiny minion.
It took down mid-tier 1, so in case Onyx somehow, I mean, they've done this before, finds an end angle for mid, that's less of a deterrent.
Minion waves right now being overwhelming for Onyx. They have really good wave clear. They have good base defense in terms of damage.
Oh, Prince picks up a Bloodwings. Insurance.
Yeah.
So he got blood. He still has a spot for one last item, I think, because he only had the
Elegant Gem.
The Elegant Gem,
yeah. Sell it,
He'll
pick up a crystal.
Yeah.
And then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, he's not going to full build that into COD at this point.
Yeah.
That's going to be a loss.
Yep.
He's going to be fine.
The damage profile on TNC, again, they've gone through that hurdle.
Yeah. Oh, Yawi picking up the Holy Crystal here, so.
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay.
That's Yawi style right there, man.
Damage Matilda. Yeah, damage Matilda, but also gets to dish out more shielding as well. Good itemization across the board, actually, for TNC, but this Lord, whoever gets this might actually win the game.
That's right. Lord now reset here softly, fully now, down to, what, a fifth of its, 4/5 of its health. And King Kong and Kirk are blasting it.
Oh, they're going to
Primal
blast
Rat.
it.
Look at Lord JM, trying to go for Prince and
They're just
Kelra.
going.
The kick by Brusco, they're distracted him. King Kong from underneath, TNC scores 1. Kirk flickers back. Circling Eagle lands, gets popped by Super Prince. They trade 1 for 1.
Oh, from the back.
For mid.
It's a sandwich.
The back line. The spin. The
Oh!
split.
Oh, no!
3 for 1. Lord James gonna bite it too.
What?
And it's a wipe outside, a standing, but just barely. Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx have done it again.
How did they do it? How, Renmar?
And it's a maniac for King Kong!
And the Lord too!
They were split up! They committed in helping Lord JM!
Look at the camera, they can't believe they did it!
They can't believe it themselves!
Classic TNC fashion. They had the game, they had the win, and it slipped from their hands, while Onyx has pulled magic out of their own hands as well.
Oh my goodness. It was so close.
The sweep! We could have sworn TNT were gonna make gods bleed, but the sweep by Onyx Philippines.
Oh, you can even see Onyx Philippines themselves as they cheer. Because, you know, I think even then they were like, man, what happened?
The commitment of Kirk and King Kong to just say, dude, let's just get this Lord, they're distracted. Did TNT not read it? They overcommitted in helping Lord JM and punishing.
That moment is the perfect time to play that clip from earlier tonight in the ping test. That's my brother! That's my teammate! That's my brother! That's both of them just going for it.
I was even surprised because I thought they saw Kirk and King Kong there.
And then it's TNT who went for the turn.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn that was a beneficial turn. But...
Man. And they just blitzed the Lord, and then they got cut off. They got confused in themselves, and then they got sandwiched.
Yeah. Onyx PH sees the map in a different way.
Cozen's wearing that Rise from the Dead jacket from a few seasons back. Onyx PH are the ones that rose from the dead in this game.
What was that? A consistent 6K, 7K gold lead for the majority of 15 minutes. 0 kills on the board. And then a win from nowhere.
Still, props to TNC. Great showing in their first match against a team of the caliber that Onyx Philippines
Especially
is.
game 2.
Yes, especially game 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if this TNC squad eventually turns it around. Again, what happened there, that was just one wrong call at the wrong time.
There's time though.
There's time, but
100%
definitely it's still their time.
It's Onyx time.
It's Onyx time right now, with a little bit of Onyx magic.
Whole lot of potential there for that squad for TNC, and again, I think a lot of you probably even watching at home were just as surprised as us and everybody here in the MPL Philippines Arena. So can't wait to hear what they have to say about that win for the sweep. Let's go ahead and throw it over on stage for the winner's interview with Hans and Oder.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a series it has been. Your winners, Onyx Philippines. Ibang klase. Kelra, nasaan na yung mic natin? Kelra, sige. Ayan, tatabihan na lang. 7-0. Lugi kayo for almost 20 minutes ng 7-0. I wonder what's going through your mind. Ano ba nangyayari sa comms nyo during the time na sobrang dehado talaga kayo dun sa sitwasyon na yun?
Isa lang comms namin eh. Sabi namin, ultra kalmado lang.
Ano?
Ultra kalmado.
Ultra kalmado. Yun, mabuti na malinaw. And I also wanna know, kasi there are a lot of previous instances na parang sinasabi nila na meron daw talagang champion's curse. And you guys, you've competed in a lot of different tournaments. Gusto kong malaman, may tala ba ang champion's curse sa Onyx Philippines?
Tignan natin. Pero para sa amin, hindi namin iniisip yun eh. Iniisip pa rin namin yung laro lang namin. Hindi namin iniisip yung mga champion curse na yan.
At na-display nila yun kanina. Again, congratulations, Kelra.
Hanggat hindi tapos ang laban, ay talaga namang lumaban ang Onyx Philippines. At gusto ko rin makausap ngayon si Super Friends. Cecilion ang ginamit mo sa game number 2. Talaga bang pag Cecilion talab yung late game?
Opo. Talab talaga yun kasi depensa lang talaga.
Nakita namin yung fighting spirit niyo, especially doon sa 7-0 nga na standings niyo kanina. And sa previous season, tinawag ka ng Monster Mage as your moniker. Feel mo ba yun talaga ang nararapat sa iyong itawag? Monster Mage.
Feel mo ba? Deserve mo na yun sa ngayon?
Hindi pa.
Ano bang kailangan ni Super Friends para ma-feel mo na deserve mo na yun?
MSC.
MSC! Nako,
Mabuti ng malinaw. I just have one
Malapit
more
na.
question, alright? Or at least 2 more. Katabi naman na kita, Brusco eh. So, ilalapit ko na sa'yo. Kanina, sinabi ni Yawi nung na-interview ko siya na ikaw talaga yung isa sa mga gusto niyang makalaban. I wanna know kung ano ba yung response mo ngayon na nagkatapat kayo. Anong masasabi mo sa kanya?
Follow pa rin si Yawi.
Palu pa rin
Palu
si
pa rin.
Yawi. Yun ang kanyang masasabi. Pero aside from Yawi, if you're looking at a different perspective, sino pa ba ang isa sa mga roamers this season na gusto mong makalaban?
may sinisigaw yung mga audience natin eh.
Sino?
Okay, may naririnig tayong names. Brusco, sinong gusto mo makaharap? Grabe yung coaching, no? Ang tindi nung coaching.
Parang si Brusco mismo nako-confuse kung sino ba ang gusto niya makaharap.
Ito na yun.
Si
Rene J.
Rene J.
Nabanggit na si Rene J. I wanna know why. Bakit si Rene J?
Para ano, wala lang, parang sa tingin ko si Rene J rin yung ano yun eh. Parang isa sa pinakamalakas magtangka sa, sa PH.
Alright.
And that says a lot about this team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winners, Onyx Philippines! You may now take your walk of victory.
Congratulations! What a sweep for Onyx
Boys, right there at the Isle of Glory, you may now take your bow. Again, your defending champions, Onyx Philippines, really showcasing what they can do dito mismo sa ating laban.
Yan talaga ang nakita natin sa day no number 1, Hans. At talaga namang sobrang nakaka-excite, nakakagulat lahat ng mga pangyayari.
Well, I'm sure that our casters will have to say a lot about that recent matchup. Kaya naman, casters, the floor is all yours.
Thank you again so much, Hans, Odin, and of course, there to Onyx Philippines, the champions, former champions, and now world champions, of course, showcasing that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with once again this season. So great to see, and I like how they mentioned, you know, they're just very calm. Kelra, I feel like he was trying to tie a shoe the whole time. Like, I don't know if he ever accomplished it.
MLBB is intense. I can't count the number of times I've been casting or playing MLBB professionally.
In your shoes.
And then my shoes just come off.
Dude, that's why you just go no shoelaces.
That's right. I'm wearing tussles now.
Just go barefoot.
I'm wearing tassels.
Here's the one guy that loves to go barefoot in the jungle.
I love you, King Kong!
It's King Kong!
Where'd that come from?
Where was that from?
That?
Give that guy a jersey, man.
All right, 4-1-0 for King Kong. And, well, I think I'm trying to think about why King Kong is the MVP. All right, yeah, he did get that Maniac in the end.
Yes.
It was him and Kirk that was able to rush that Lord.
Yeah.
It was him leveling out the goal during some key times.
Tag me in.
Okay.
Because even when they were losing, he was doing something on the map.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about with King Kong and Onyx Philippines. If they know they are taking a losing fight, then you'll find King Kong in another part of the map getting resources from the jungle creeps or a minion wave that's free to push. And interestingly enough, it was King Kong getting picked out by Lord JM after King Kong got a little bit too eager to steal the Litho Wanderer away that led to the domino effect of TNC controlling majority of the game. Because King Kong got picked off, it shut down a sequence Onyx wanted to do, and from there you see the formation of Onyx and the rotation be uncomfortable for them to take. So it was just a long crawl back to being able to turn the game around until they found this moment. King Kong danced around TNC so well, landing a Maniac, surviving that long. At that point, a fully built Suyo in this point of the game can definitely do those things.
That is what makes King Kong a beast. The fact that he respects the scales of power, the food chain at any time in the game, wherein he understands, I can't go hunting like this. I gotta go find scraps elsewhere. I gotta make like a cat right now and hunt in the nighttime, not the day. And then the game just evens it out to so that Kelra and Super Friends can get to a point where they can win.
And that whole theme here for this lineup really was this late game. I'm just surprised that it happened the way that it did. Is what is I feel like a majority of people felt like. And even then, that last little iteration, that last little sequence of fighting that before he got the Maniac, the fact that he was able to kind of sidestep and scoot around and do those Suyo things is what made it so special too.
He wishes he was a Joy. But he was a Suyo. It looked like he was trying to go.
Yeah, he was able to do a version of that, not in typical Joy fashion, but definitely harder to pull off if you are
tap or hold, tap or hold.
Suyo. Yeah, exactly.
He was thankful that he could rotate with a charge sever, because you could.
Here's an interesting point of itemization, by the way, Super Friends. We thought he wouldn't build a COD. He still went for the COD. And I think, well, at that point, he wouldn't have gotten a lot of the good stacks on it, but apparently it was enough to help him out, so, as well as the Blood Wings. I think because it looked like such a good target for TNC. It's like, hey, Kelra's here, Super Friends is here. We get these two down, the Edith and the Suyo won't be able to do much, but since the Sicilian survived for so long, Kelra got to survive for so long, and that whole thing crumbled the moment they realized, wait, the Lord got taken. Let's go to Kirk and let's go get King Kong and Kirk, but wait a minute, we left the Sicilian and the Granger alive. It just turned into a mess for TNC.
The COD makes sense because of TNC's damage profile. The only one who really has any burst is Kozin on the Harith, right? Like when he starts dashing around. But everyone else deals some level of DOT. So if you have the COD, Sicilian can just stand in front of you like, I have hybrid defense. What now?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
At that point. And I'm wondering, I don't know if we got a glimpse there too, but like how many stacks? Probably 300, 300 plus, obviously, because at one point, I think the last glimpse we got, he was like a 291.
Yeah.
Something like that. So just, again, that's kind of what we expected when the Sicilian was in play, but the way that whole thing happened is what makes it so interesting. So I'm sure a lot of people, especially after today, maybe ourselves included, will go back and look at that sequence, look back at how that happened, because even then, Zyda was there next to the Lord. Like, he had the information that they were blitzing it, you know?
And in the interview, Keller mentioned that they were just telling each other, ultra calm, just everyone be ultra calm, and they lost their bananas when they all finally realized, wait, we're actually gonna win this. But yeah, the ultra calm mindset came in big time.
Well, for you guys at home, the Athena Cup is coming soon.
You gals!
This is an exclusive league for female pro players and for the MLB Women's Invitational, actually.
That's
so
right.
MWI.
The winner qualifies. So the tournament will take place from March 7th to May 27th, so that's about a week from now. Let's all support this growing league that empowers more women to be esports pros. Let's make MLBB esports a place where women can flourish.
I'm excited to see.
We're defending champions.
Yeah, man. We could see Omega Empress back in action.
Yeah.
Omega Empress back in action. The other iterations, of course, the other women's teams that have been waiting in the wings. That, well, from what I've heard from the women's scene, after the win of Omega Empress against Team Vitality in the MWI 2024, a lot of them were like, wait, we can do it.
Inspirational.
Yeah, very inspirational. Again, Team Vitality has, you could say, they have regained their crown 100% as the strongest female team in the world. But we're going to be walking to MWI as the defending champs, and I think a lot of Filipinas out there are going to be wanting to defend that for the motherland.
So that is, is that 3 weeks? It's about 3 weeks, May 7th to 27th or so?
More than.
More than.
Yeah.
That's
it runs as a league.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, so tune in for that. Join if you guys can, and let's see who is going to end up representing the Philippines in the future for MWI. So
How
that's
crazy
great.
would it be if it wasn't Empress?
Yeah, that'll be wild. Exactly. That just goes again to the storyline of like Empress at the bar, and there are a bunch of other women now who are ready to surpass that.
Empress ended a 3-year dynasty. Whoever beats him will be more than worthy of, flying out to MWA.
Yeah. Definitely. Because that's something that I feel like those more opportunities for the women's players out there for MLBB is definitely something that's continuing to grow, and it's always great to see more people participate for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed our opening day here for MPL Philippines Season 15. Again, it's us, the Wee Bear Bros, me, Naisu, Leo, and Renmar. We're going to throw it over to the stage to close out the day. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Unang laban pa lamang or unang araw pa lamang ng panibagong yugto ay may nakita na tayong mga laban na talagang inabangan ng sambayanang Pilipino. Odin, what a day it has been.
We've seen a lot of exciting events na nangyari sa Day 1 ng MPL Philippines Season 15. Aurora shining bright with that 2-0 sweep, and Onyx Philippines marching their way in with that comeback win to close out the day hands.
And the best part about it, nagsisimula pa lamang tayo. Kaya kita-kits bukas dito lamang sa MPL Philippines Season 15. My name is Hans Galeria.
And I'm your very own Odin.
Na nagpapaalala sa inyo na walang makakatumbas
sa lakas ng Pinas.
See you guys tomorrow!
The 15th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Infinix, the MPL official gaming phone. Lakas sa laro with Infinix. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines. Our partner in esports, Time Zone. Join the fun at Time Zone. TT Racing, for those who dream, work, and play. TT Racing has your back. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPLPH on TikTok for more content. Experience the Lakas ng Pinas of MPLPH Season 15 action live at Green Sun Hotel. Grab your tickets now via official MPLPH website. All the regular season tickets are now available at 200 pesos. MPL Philippines is monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusement Board.
aneh gitu ya bro ya? Apa coba ya bro ya? Coba lah bro.
Dan ya Ikomennya gaskan guapot. Coba kita lihat cara mainnya. Dan ya Dan ya Wajah Taiwan Ikomennya datang guapot. Coba kita lihat cara mainnya. Dan ya
Victory!
Lu tempatnya salah dan lupa, wajarlah manusia karena bol.
Dan ya
Tidak pernah ada
Wajah
yang
Taiwan Ikomennya datang guapot. Coba kita